Are you up for another gear review? Today we're checking out the Brewcrafter counter pressure bottle filler. Nailed it. Let's kick it. I'm Dr. Hans, this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and homebrewing. First off, I got this sent for free. This is not a sponsor video, so you don't have to see this as a commercial if you don't have to. The company will have no input on this video or will be able to see this video before you. Maybe if you're a patron or channel member. I already have counter pressure bottle filler, but we're gonna focus today on this one. I had to make somewhere to put it, so I built this tower. Let's check it out. And I will link to that tower build video down below and also to this tower build video. And as unboxing video sucks and I already unboxed it, let's just take it a spin on my Lazy Susan. It came, at least for me, in this little box here, unbranded, tried to disguise their old name, which with my almost 100 years old eyes looks as it has a Pegasus. But this, I'm not sure how you will receive this. Also came with some extra gaskets and stuff, which is nice. And I think there was a manual in here somewhere, but what a manual is. Manual is like a little book. When you buy stuff, it comes a little book there which you throw away instantly. But in this case, you might not, maybe you shouldn't do that, because I found some funny stuff in the manual. Because I actually had to go back and check the manual before I hooked this up. But it wasn't hard to hook up at all, but you want to know which line goes where. And also in the manual, you find the correct measurement, so you drill your holes right. And that is, of course, important if you want it to look as neat as my tower. If you look at the connectors from the behind, the middle one is for the drainage or the spill hose. And the left one is for gas and the right one is for beer. It was really simple, as the connectors are clickable, and I made a mistake. I missed one piece, so I had to take this apart, and it was really convenient to be able to just click those out of the Brewcrafter. So a plus there for the installation. I really enjoyed it. I only had hose clamps that you screw on. I would not recommend that. Better have the one that you clamp on, much better. This was not the best way, so use those one instead. But it worked. The idea with this one is you'll be able to handle it more or less with one hand. You have the clamp where you clamp up the beer against the gasket there, and you have off, and then you push CO2 on it, and when you have the same pressure, you would just start filling. On the side, you adjust the flow rate, and that is supposed to be a one-time adjustment per keg. So you would just off, CO2, beer, off, and the next one and the next one when you have dialed it in. And I did not hook these up like who I meant to anything. I have a beer line here and I have a gas line here, and I put carbonation caps on there so it's easy to hook up a keg and hook up gas. You need two gas lines coming out from your regulator, so we have the same pressure. One goes to the keg and one goes to the Brewcrafter, so you would have the same pressure in your keg as you would have in your bottle after you have to turn on the CO2 and let that wait. And I found that the only way to measure that is to go by your ear, really. And as I put a carbonation cap on there, I need a beer line with two beer connectors between my keg and the Brewcrafter. The carbonation cap. They get it. They are not stupid. And the spill line, I've just put a PET bottle here. And I know from using other devices that looks like this. I will not compare these two in this video, but if you want to see like an iTap versus Brewcrafter, I can do that with you. Comment down below, and if you have any questions about the Brewcrafter or about the iTap, vice versa, comment down below. I know from using this, you don't get much waste, and that is like a benefit of using these kind of devices. I have MacGyver some own devices, and some of them get more spillage, some get like no spillage. I can link down below to all my bottle filling videos so you can go and check them out. You might also want to build yourself an inline cleaner, and I will link to that video down below. This is like a must for homebrewers. It's cheap and fast to build, and you will use it for so much stuff when you start getting into kegging. So I just flush this out with the inline cleaner into a PET bottle, and after that I hooked it up to the keg and ran beer also. So I flushed out all of the sanitizer from the system. So let's try it out. Beer, open this up. Beer is coming. I'll take this slowly the first time. First bottle works like a charm. I'm taking it really slow. I guess I could go much faster. The interesting thing here that we're only supposed to need to change these once. Reaching the top, so CO2 off. Like a charm. We have some foam there also on top. The next bottle, CO2. I'm just going here by sound, okay? Stop, no sound more. And now, just gonna fill it like this. That did not work. Stop it. This is my first time trying this thing out, adjusting it. Now I get a slow fill and it works much better. Now I have some foam on there. CO2. Now it works like a charm. Okay, so let's say it's dialed in now. I'm getting some foam here, so we'll probably need to dial it back just a little bit for the next one. But it looks good. That's good enough. Cap on foam, just a little bit of headspace there. With the same setting as the last one, gas and beer. No beer is coming. I can't get this to like set and forget it. Open it up a little bit. Okay, beer is flowing. Nice. Off. Let's try a PET bottle on the same clamp. I will not adjust it. It's supposed to work that way. Gas. Yes. No more sound. Maybe you just need to like dial in a little bit. I actually think that I should close it up a little bit. Can I see some foaming here? It also, of course, depends on your beer and gas. Some foaming here in this bottle, but no waste. It's more or less just a little bit of foam here. Looks good. Gonna end it there. Cap on foam. Probably squeeze it. Yeah, just like your mom did. Does it work with these kinds of bottle? No, not this clamp. Last bottle. Set it and forget it. Will it work? Fingers crossed. Gas, beer. We're getting a foam here. But even if I wait a little bit here and let some foam disappear, I'm not losing any large amount of beer here, really. Cap on foam. Nice. That's a good filled bottle. Cleaning. Let's hook up a PET bottle, release the gas from the keg mentor, hook up the beer line to the inline cleaner. Build one. And rinsing out the system instantly with SaniClean solution. And the reason why you SaniClean is it doesn't foam as like Starsan would. So I would just rinse it out immediately. Give it a good flush. Bottling done, cleaning done, means that this hose also is clean in the process. Super simple, and the next time I want to use it, I would just give it a really good rinse with a new sanitizer and start over. So I think this looks cool, and I like the fact that I was able with just one clamp be able to just use normal bottles and also PET bottles. That was awesome. They have also several other clamps. All in all, these are doing what it says that it's supposed to be doing. So, and it feels like high quality, but we will see how long it lasts. But I don't bottle really that much, and I think it looks cool. And after a little bit tweaking, it was a set and forget it. But it also, of course, depends on how carbonated your beer or how much pressure you have, what temperature you have in your beer at. Low temperature is good, and I set this to 1 bar, and yeah, and these are well carbonated beer, by the way. I can open one of these bottles in the end. Yeah, of course I need to open one of the bottles to see if we actually have good carbonated beer. And if you're wondering about like oxidization of your beer, the CO2 part of this, it should be the same as for the iTap. So I can link down below to my earlier, it's gonna be a lot of links. I can link down below to my earlier experiments about oxidization, because we did a lot earlier. The only thing that bothers me with this device is found in the manual. Let's check it out. In the manual we have limitation of liability. The manufacturer accepts no liability for damage or injury caused by improper operation. Yes, of course, fine. Damage or injury caused by non-intended use. Okay, we will come back to that one. Poor maintenance or cleaning, failure to comply with the technical documentation, technical modification by the user. Yes, of course. The user non-approved spare parts. Yes, sounds okay. But here when it gets a little bit strange. Intended use. Yes, and then I know I will get a lot of hate for this, but listen here. Intended use. The bottle filler is used for filling containers, here in after referred to as bottles. Here we have some more of this. You read it yourself, but once installed by a specialist, the bottle filler is intended for use by homebrewers and microbrewers. I'm not a specialist. I'm just a regular guy. Bottle. Here we have the thing about the bottle. Bottle. A bottle is any PET, not glass. Okay, a bottle is any PET, not glass, container suitable for transportation or storage of beer, which meets the limits of application. Do not use containers or bottles other than those specified in this operation manual. So this is only for PET bottles according to the manual. But check it out yourself, but that is what I get from the manual. If we move even further down, the manufacturer is aware that some users are using similar bottle fillings for filling glass bottles at the own risk of user. For the users, the manufacturer strongly recommends to use a kind of protective cover. Do not use CO2 pressure higher than 0.8 bar. I did, so okay, my bad. But what I can tell from this manual, you are not supposed to fill glass bottle in it, only PET bottles. If you go to the store, we have champagne bottle adapter clamp, swing top bottle adapter clamp, and the Brewcrafter comes with a universal bottle adapter included, suitable for most types of crown, glass and plastic bottles. I think if you dig into any manual, really, you might find this awkward thing, like you're not supposed to put your PET inside of the micro oven and dry them that way. Can't see why that is a bad idea. But according to the manual, don't use this with glass bottles. That's what I get from it. To know the result, you should open a bottle of beer to see if you lost all of the carbonation, but it probably didn't. And this is, I have not released a video for this one yet, but this beer turned out really, really good. It's a lager. And as you can see, we have carbonation. I did not YouTube clean this glass, sorry about that. Cheers. To summarize this up, this bottle filler worked great, but if it is just for PET bottles, even though they are selling those clamps for glass bottles also, if it's just for PET bottles, as it says in the manual, I would just do it this way. Much cheaper. Okay. Start hating down below in the comments. I'm ready for it. Cheers. DrHans out.